Hello everyone, my name is Clink, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening PC port. So, last time we made our way through the rest of Cuckoo Prairie and got into the Key Cavern. Today we're going to do this dungeon. This is quite an interesting dungeon, and that's just because it's got a lot of small keys involved that we have to collect. So go ahead and kill all the enemies in there to get the first one, and then we can get a Zol to come out of this chest. That chest there is actually going to have the dungeon map, which we're going to get here in a second, but most of these rooms you're going to have to make sure you kill everything. There's going to be a chest here, but we have to kill that small Zol, and we kind of can't do that yet. So what you have to do is... Actually, I do want this, because of some of these rooms. So this dungeon is the reason you want to get the bomb upgrade and be smarter than I am when it comes to using the buying the bombs and then okay, because these guys here, if you pick up your bombs and throw them, you do need to use your power bracelet to do that. You can actually knock them off the edge, and don't hit me, sir. Don't you dare hit me. Because they'll also fall from the conveyor belts here. And then there's going to be some Zols on this side, and there you go. There is your next key. And then I want this. And then we're going to go down and kill these enemies, which, where is the guy? I guess the guy's not going to spawn. There should be another one of those bird things down here, but... this is the only one you really need to go to. This is going to get you the switch you need to hit to get the dungeon map, so go ahead and hit that. And then we can head back upstairs, take some damage to finally get rid of the piece of power, so that we don't have to listen to that annoying music. And there's the stone beak. Excuse me, Stalfos, sirs. I would like to get my dungeon map, please. Because this dungeon is gonna follow the same pattern that the other ones do, where it's shaped after something. I really like this game and Zelda 1 both do that. And there we go. Get that. It is more segmented than it should be, but the idea is that there's supposed to be a small key and a big key, but I guess the way the map is in this game kind of ruins that a little. Huh. I didn't know that. At this point, I actually haven't played my other file to this point, so I'm just kind of going based on my memory of the game from this point forward. But I should be able to get through the game fairly fine off of just that. We go into here, we can head towards the rest of the dungeon, which is going to be quite fun as we're getting close to a enemy that you really need your bombs for, which is going to be this dungeon's mini boss. You can bomb this wall right here. You can see that from here in this port. You can see both of the walls here. We can't quite make that jump yet though, so we'll have to come revisit this here in a minute. There should be plenty of bombs in here for you to do various things. Like, I think one of these pods will give you a couple bombs. Yeah. And the game will clearly tell you that you can bomb the wall right here. That chest up there is the nightmare key, I do believe. Yeah, poke suspicious walls with your sword. So, this room here, we need to deal with these bomb enemies, which they will have a timer on when they're going to explode. Just keep them away from you and you should be fine. This is another case of this port kind of helping you out a little bit. So, if you're playing the actual original release, and there's the compass, I guess, you would have to get up onto this platform up above and walk along to see this wall is cracked on the other side, and then get around. But if you just know it's here, or in this version, since you can just see it, you can just do that. How am I going to do this? I'm gonna see if I can... Okay. Then blow that one up, and then he's gonna blow up, and there you go. That's another key. So the main shtick of this part of the dungeon is that you need to get about 4 or 5 keys to actually progress. So I'm just kind of going around doing some key collection, as you can see by these things right here. But let's take out these stupid red Zols to open these doors. And I think I'll go ahead and take out the mini-boss. So these guys basically just act like the Dongos. You need to put bombs in their mouths, which... Wow, these guys move a lot faster, I feel like, in this port. Should take 3 bombs... You jerk. Should take 3 bombs to kill these guys. There we go, there's one, and each of them will drop a fairy for you. I think I just need one more. Come on. Don't you dare turn. Thank you. Okay. So that can be the most bomb-consuming thing in the dungeon. But once you defeat those guys, you can get your dungeon item, which in this case is going to be none other than the Pegasus boots. So let's go ahead and get those equipped. And we saw these things in one of the caves in the prairie, which now we can actually, you know, destroy those things. And that means we can get a piece of heart from the prairie now. And I don't... Okay, that's fine. Let's jump over this. So these guys you can now kill by just dashing into them with the Pegasus boots. Issue is actually getting them aligned to some place where I can hit them. There we go. Okay. So we'll grab that. And then there should be a few extra bombs you can get over here, if I remember correctly. From these enemies here, which what I'll do is kill everything all at once. What do you have to say? To defeat the black monster with the hard shell, feed him some explosive. Yeah. And this should be 50 rupees? Yes. So there's still one key that we need to get. Where's the key counter? There it is, over on the right side, above the map. So if you look at the dungeon map, we can go get the Nightmares key right now, which I'm gonna do that before I forget about it. And why isn't this letting me dash? What the heck? There we go. Don't know what was going on there. You can jump over these pits. Can I okay. I'm really confused by all this. It's also not actually giving me the real jump that you should get. This should not be very difficult. I might have a few things to figure out, but oh well. Let's just try going back to the beginning of the dungeon for a second and getting the key over there. I was also, you know, I also had that one problem with that one heart piece as well. Wondering if just there's some issues with being able to jump far enough sometimes. But one thing we can in fact do is deal with this. Oh wow, you don't move nearly as much from this guy on this port, which I'm not complaining about. And let me kill this. And so that's the other small key you need. If you go ahead and go back into here, which of course these guys are going to be a huge pain in the butt to deal with, but it's just part of it sometimes. Did he already blow up? Nope. That answers that question. Now we can actually get that chest now that we can take out that Zol down there. And then let's take these guys out and preferably not die. That would also be a good thing to do. These Salfos shouldn't pose too much of a threat. Yep. And you can go on ahead and get 200 rupees, which is nuts. So, I'm going to just kind of take a cut until I can actually get this jump, and then I'll just meet you guys once I do make it. Okay, so I did a little browsing on forums, and I'm hoping that this solution works. So apparently, you don't get the actual speed boost if you're holding a direction on the D-pad right now. So like I'm holding forward and I don't actually get the speed boost. I have to just completely let go of movement and then just jump. But so if you do encounter that problem while you're playing, that's how you would get past it. Hopefully that is something that can get fixed at some point as well. And then, yeah, that's pretty much everything here, so we can just go straight to the boss at this point. Now that that minor inconvenience is out of the way. Just slam into these guys, and I keep hitting the wrong button to jump. There we go. Boy, actually, maybe you'll give me a heart. Nope. Okay. And, yes, I forgot about this room, actually. I have to take out all these bird guys, but they're at least easy to take out now. So do that and get those hearts. This room has a key in it, and as many times as I've played this game, I still have no idea why this key is in here, but if you kill all the keys, you can get it. Because I don't think you could have gotten here without collecting pretty much every key in the dungeon. But oh well. Neener, neener, you can't find me. Nya, nya. Alright, so, boss here is Slime Eye. Gotta hit the wall for him to come down. Oh, that is so lucky. Alright. Piece of power is gonna help me out. So you have to split him apart by hitting him and then running into the Pegasus boots. And then the piece of power is gonna make him an absolute joke. They're gonna like jump up or jump down from the sky and fall onto you, but there we go. And with that done, just to be safe, I'm gonna save and quit and then come right back here just so I don't have to do this again. Okay, I did a quick save and quit, came back, and just to make sure that this animation will actually work, just because it seems that with this being, you know, the 1.0 version and whatnot, there's just a few more bugs than you would hope for, but honestly, it hasn't been anything that I can't get past really easily yet, so that's fine. And yeah, we're gonna be told to go to the waterfall. Hoot, how many instruments have you gotten so far? When you play the instruments in front of the egg, the windfish will wake and you will leave this island. Now you must hasten to the Yarna Desert. The dark, monstrous inhabitants of the sand will show you the way. Hoot hoot. So, we need to make our way there, but there's quite a lot we can actually do. Like, I'm probably gonna have 2 parts before I get to there. First things first, hit that tree, and there you go. There's a secret seashell. There's only a couple that are hidden in trees, but with that, we actually have 10 secret seashells, so let's make our way back to the seashell mansion to get the other seashell we can get from it. I believe we can get up to about 14 or 15 before the next dungeon, and then we'll have the reward. We'll be able to get to 20 before dungeon 5, which is great. If you're playing the remake, you have to get 40 for this reward, and you can't do that until after dungeon 5, so you can actually get that reward a little bit earlier in this version of the game. But yeah, go on in, and you can grab that extra seashell. So we found 9 out in the world, technically. I really like this collectathon. I feel like this one would have been really hard to find all of them still, if you played this back in like the 90s. But with how small the game is, I could also see it not taking an absurd amount of time to just poke and prod around the map until you find stuff. There's one other thing I want to do before we end this part off. Actually, you know what? No, I'll do 2 more things. The first one is going to be... is it this cave? I'm hoping it's this cave. I got it wrong. Okay, it's the one on the right. Whoopsie. My original goal was to actually get to the color dungeon today, but I think, you know what? We could probably do the color dungeon instead, actually. That might be what I do instead of the other thing. In here, we can get this chest now that we have the Pegasus boots, which is going to give us 50 rupees. However, if we go to, I want to say it's this wall here. Bam, heart piece. So there's heart piece number 5. 7 more to go. But I don't think we're going to be able to get our next heart container from heart pieces until after like dungeon 5 or something. But let's see here. Actually, I'm just gonna use the Great Fairy. I've taken a beating again already, so might as well. Especially since we're going to another dungeon that I'll just have to get knocked out. So for the color dungeon, the in-game way of finding out how to get to it is going to be the library in Mabe Village. Let me do that. And we can just head over there, and we can actually use the Pegasus boots to get around like crazy in this fort, thanks to not having screen scroll. But if you smash into the shelf here, you can read this book, and under the 5 gravestones, it'll tell you the code that you will need to get in. So you push the graves just like this, and you'll be able to get to the color dungeon, or get the power of color, as the game calls it. So let's make our way over there. And bow wow. Yay, rupees. We're getting closer to that 980 that we're gonna need, at least. Which is hopefully something I'll get by the time I'm around the... probably after the 5th dungeon. But yeah, that's what this graveyard is really for, is these 5 gravestones here. Let's deal with this zombie. And then I'd also like to deal with this genie. Which these guys will be a lot easier to deal with after the colored dungeon. If you get a certain thing from it, at least. Because you can actually pick your reward. So yeah, we need to push this one, like this. This is 2, 3, 4... not get hit, 5, and there we go. So if we talk to these guys, our colors are never the same. If I am red, he's blue. If he is red, I am blue. So just tell them what their colors are. And then you'll be able to enter. So with that, I'm going to end this part here, and I will see you guys next time, where we'll take on the color dungeon. Bye.